Hello there, my name's Fran Sands. Welcome to myboxingcoach.com. Short video. I wanted to expand upon a short video that I've done previously, so have a little look at this. It's about how to target the centre of mass of the opponent and why it's so effective and important. And then I want to expand upon it a little down a different pathway after this video. So have a little look at this. Something you don't see people teach or coach that much is the concept of firing shots to the centre of mass. Now, this is really common from what I understand when people are receiving firearms training. You think about the logic of it. So if I choose that this is going to be my target location, as a boxer, this is all target. So if you land a shot here, a judge will score the shot, will see it as a viable scoring shot. But more than that, if you aim for the centre of mass, you right away do away with a whole layer of defensive activity. The opponent can't move their head out of the way. You're not aiming for their head, but generally speaking, if I'm aiming for here and the opponent tries to move, I've still got an excellent chance of hitting the target area. The centre of the body is something that will really hurt if it gets caught properly. Okay, so view yourself as having 3 targets along the centre line: chin, centre of mass, solar plexus. So you can fire right into the chest, straight backhand, or if the opponent's side on, whack with the hook there. Okay, headshot, chest, body. Really cool way of opening another target and a very difficult shot to defend. Right, so there you go. Targeting the centre of mass, really difficult to defend, and if you land it right, it really hurts. It's a valid, viable target, and it adds to the number of targets down that centre line. So you've got 1, 2, 3, solar plexus, chest, chin. The other thing about targeting the centre of mass, and this is something you'll probably notice in pro fights when you're watching them a lot more now, we use it a lot in the amateurs as well, is the fact that when you jab to the centre of mass, it is a really effective trigger. It's a really good way of getting the opponent to commit, right? So if you're in position, you're on the edge of range, and you do one of 2 things. You either push in with a jab, you drop down, your knees bent, you keep your back straight, you don't sort of lean down towards, you don't want this nose going past your knee, so you don't want to overcommit, but you drop down and you target that centre of mass, or you lengthen the stance. That's another good way of doing it. Okay, so you snap a shot out to the centre of mass. Because the opponent is over you, yeah, at a higher level, they feel like they're in a dominant position, so they are much more likely to lead off on you. They're much more likely to try and respond to that jab. Now that's really good for you, because you've increased the likelihood of being able to predict and being able to initiate what the opponent does. So you can give it one of them where you go 1, opponent responds, you do a little half step back, and then boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you can fire back your own responses. So another one might be 1, lay back, 1, 2, 3, 3 straights to the head. I've done another video called Trigger, Defend, Attack, and that is the same concept here. Trigger with the jab, defend with a foot movement or a lay back, so that you come back to the edge of range, and then fire back. Good solid attack after you triggered with that jab. So I hope that you look at how much, for example, someone like Lomachenko targets the centre of mass. He does it a lot of the time with good solid power shots. And then you look at someone like Mayweather, used to do this all the time. Just there. Because he knew that because of the difference in eye level, he could fairly well predict the response from the opponent. Okay. I want to stop there. That's one concept. You can implement that in your shadow boxing, so you can be there doing a little shadow boxing. Just get used to jabbing up and down the target. Don't fall into the trap of just jabbing to the head. It will really expand your game if you drop and do some jabs to the body as well, in shadow boxing, in heavy bag work, all of it. Okay. Sign up to the Beginner Boxer Toolkit, download it. It's your free book. It's packed full of stuff, and it will get you where you want to be. It'll tell you how to structure your training, give you all a bunch of core skills, talk about shadow boxing and everything else. Really helpful. Otherwise, subscribe as well. My name's Fran Sands, and this has been myboxingcoach.com. Thank you.